Alright, a little update on nTrader. It is currently Sunday the 10th of January, and this is where we're at right now. So I'll make a new database and I will make a new data group, or data set, sorry. Data group, data set. So I just called Google, but create a few of these, maybe Tesla, Bitcoin, sure. So we can add data points for these. I just gave Tesla 10 data points, and then we could actually update these if we wanted to, and they would be persistent, meaning if I save it and then reload it. Alright, well, let me just save this to my desktop, test database, and then I could close it, it all disappears, I could reopen it, and then those same data points come back with the same values. So this data system works. And now the cool part. So I could actually, I'm going to show you a CSV file that is on my desktop, and it's this one. Alright, so this is a CSV file where each row is a data point, and each value is separated by a comma, because CSV stands for comma separated values. So a CSV file just contains a whole bunch of data like this, and it puts it in this format. CSV files are pretty common. Like if you're in Excel, you could actually save your worksheet as a CSV file. So there'll be an option here: CSV comma delineated, or delimited. But anyway, we want to put all this data in the program, right? Because this is just like Tesla data. And you can see each row is for a different timestamp. Like this one is for 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. on the 2nd of January 2020, and this one's for 4:03, 4:04, 4:07, etc. And then there's a high price, a low price, a closing price, an opening price, a volume. And there are over 5,700 rows, so obviously we wouldn't want to be using the little plus sign here, putting all this data in by hand. But luckily we don't have to, because if I navigate to this, and I'm going to close it because it might complain that it's open. If I open this, wham, all this data, or all the data in that file was just uploaded into the program. And just to prove it, so the last row of this is on the 14th of January at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the opening price is $106.28. So if I just go down to the last, well, if I sort it by time, which it should already be, but if I sort it by time and then go down to the last row, this is 403. The opening price is $106.28. The high is $106.30. The low is $106.20, etc. The volume, it's all there. The first row, you do the same thing. We'll just say the volume in the first row is 6585. 6585. And then of course once you get all the data in the program, you could easily just like update it if you really wanted to, or if there was any changes. If there was some data points in here that you didn't want, you could, you know, delete them if you wanted to. But look, you see, like, it says like, hey, this data set has this much data associated with it, and you know, when you delete some, it all works. And then once again, you could save this and then close it out and then reopen it, and all those data points are still there. So this is looking really good. Looking really, really good. That's the second update. We have so the goals to do next. I want to be able to copy and paste this data from one of these sets to another. So say I have like another data set. I want to be able to copy and paste data from one into another. So like, you know, select, right click, copy, or send to, and then, you know, paste. But actually that probably isn't a priority, so one thing that I do need to do is I need to make sure that you could edit the seconds in here, because like in the CSV file it's hours, minutes, seconds. And granted, like, all these seconds are 0 anyway, but you never know. I guess it probably isn't that big of a deal, but I feel like it gives better control over stuff. So we're going to add the seconds in there. We're going to make it so that you could add data to an already existing data set, which is pretty simple. And then once we do all that, like, it's on to the algorithms, I think. Like, realistically. So, fuck yeah, let's do it.